everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another buy or bye video on my second Korean cushion product. So the product I'm going to be talking about today is from Uphu. This one is the Air Fit Cushion Bosang cushion foundation in the color 13. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. And then when you open it up, it has a little puff in it. Mine's extremely dirty. Then there is a little cover here, and then there is the cushion. So like I said, this is the number 13, and I have to say, every time I see this cushion, it looks extremely dark. The actual foundation product is much lighter than what the cushion actually looks like. So the first time I opened it, I thought, wow, that's gonna be way too dark. So just so you know, the actual color is a little misleading if you were to just judge it by the cushion. So this is only the second Korean cushion foundation I've ever tried, so I'm not super knowledgeable on a lot of other brands, but I did do another buy or bye last week on the Etude House Any Filter Cushion, is that what it's called? Any Cushion Filter? Any Filter Cushion? Something like that. I'll have a card here if you guys are interested in seeing that video. And last week's cushion was a little bit more expensive. I got both of these from roseroseshop.com, and I just love that website. I get all of my inexpensive Korean beauty products from there. So the Etude House cushion that I did last week, that one was about $12.50, and this one was $5.35. So it was significantly cheaper, less than half the price of the other one. And you can also get refills of this one for $3.33. So I love at how inexpensive this one is. It's really a really good price in my opinion. So between these two cushions, I do have to say that this one is my favorite between the two, but I did like the packaging more functionality wise of the Etude House cushion, because that mesh I thought was just like the perfect way to dispense the product. And I'll talk a little bit more about the actual like cushion and stuff in a bit. First time I used this cushion, I really loved it. I thought it was incredible, and I definitely liked it a lot more right off the bat than the Etude House cushion. And I still really like this cushion, but I have to say, now that I've used it for almost a month now, and I've gotten to use it probably over like 15 times now, I think that I don't necessarily love it as much as I did from the very first time I used it, but I still really like it a lot, especially for it only being about $5 and change. So first, a little bit about the puff. What I really like about it is that it's one of those really nice, extremely soft puffs, but I still think I've gone back and forth with using like a regular beauty sponge and actual the puff that comes with it. So I do like this puff, and I will initially use this to like press on the product, but as far as blending goes, I don't really like using this to do all the work. I just find that it doesn't really settle into my skin as nicely as it does when I blend. So what I like to do is apply it first with the puff just to get it on my skin, and then I'll go back and actually like blend out the product. But as far as the actual puff that comes with it, I do like that. It's very soft. The other one that came with the Etude cushion, I didn't like it as much. It just wasn't as soft. So as far as the colors that it comes in, it only comes in 3 colors, number 13, number 21, and then I think number 23, and that's typically like all the color ranges they usually have in a lot of Korean beauty products. So for a color comparison, I'm going to compare it to the Etude Any Cream Cushion. This one is in the color Vanilla, and then this one, like I said, is number 13. So if you can see this top one here, this one is the Etude House one, and then this one is the Uphu one. Color-wise, this one is just a hair darker and a little bit more yellow-based, and this one's just a tiny bit more pink. But coverage-wise, this one tends to be a little bit thicker and a little bit more moisturizing, and then this one is a little bit thinner, but I find that it gives better coverage than the Etude House one. And the Etude House one, I find that for me, if I were to not set that, it would kind of just stay this really wet, kind of tacky-ish feeling and looking on my skin. But with the Uphu one, it still has just a little bit of that sheen to it, but it will actually like dry down and kind of set, where I find that the Etude House one doesn't necessarily do that as much. So one thing I didn't like about the Air Fit cushion was I felt that it kind of not dried up, but I went through the product really quickly, which is kind of typical for cushion products in general, I think. Just with the limited ones that I've tried, I feel like you kind of go through them quickly, so it's not gonna last you necessarily as long as like a bottle foundation or something like that, or like a liquid. So I definitely feel like I went through this pretty quickly. If I open it up, there is still a little bit of product in the actual cushion itself, and if I take it out, you can kind of see there's still a little bit of foundation in there, so I'll use my sponge and like actually get in there to really get that product and use it all up. And I'd have to say I have probably gotten about, let's see, if I count the probably last 3 uses that it has left, I would say I probably got a total of maybe 17 uses out of this. I guess it really just depends on how much you use, but I definitely feel like I liked it a lot more at the very beginning when it was very hydrated, or concentrated, I guess is the word I mean. There was a lot more product in it, and I felt like it worked a little bit better. So now that it's kind of like running out, I find it to be a little bit harder to blend, and that could just be the fact that, you know, I'm running out of product and I don't have as much of it to go around. So that's one drawback. I feel like I did go through this pretty quickly. You know, I probably got, like I said, about maybe 17-ish uses, which isn't that bad when you think about it, but you know, I've probably had this for about a month, and I probably used about every other day or every other makeup application. So I would say for me, this cushion lasted me about a month, which I think for the price of it being $5 is really fair, especially since you can get refills for $3.33. So here is a clip of me applying the foundation, and I applied it to one side first so you guys can see a before and an after side by side. And then I finished off the application on the other side, and then I went back and blended it a bit with my beauty sponge. And so this is what it looks like all finished with all my makeup on and everything. So for me, is this a buy or a bye-bye product? So like I mentioned, this is only the second Korean cushion foundation I have tried, so I'm a little bit limited on my knowledge of all the cushions and what's best and what I really like. I might like this a lot now, and then maybe next week I'll find a even better one. But for now, between the 2 that I have tried, this is definitely my favorite between the Etude Any Cushion one and the Apu Airfit one. So like I mentioned, I will totally be buying a refill of this product because I do want to see if I did like it more at the beginning than I did at the end. But yeah, so overall I think the price of this is great. The wear is okay. I love the coverage of it. It is a lot more of a medium kind of buildable coverage, and it's also very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel super thick or heavy like this one did. So I would definitely give this a buy, especially for the price. Unfortunately, it is very limited in the color range, and I mean, really that's just Korean beauty products in a nutshell. So unfortunately, this is really only going to suit people more on the fair skin tone, which really sucks, but I guess it is what it is. So let me know if you guys have any favorite cushion foundations that you would like me to try out, or any recommendations. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.